What's up, everybody? Estamos aqui para outro live stream, só que vai ser em inglês. Why am I speaking Portuguese?
I don't know.
Tonight's going to be an English live stream. We're here. I'm here with my student.
His favorite student.
One of my favorite students.
One of them.
Liz. And so we're going to start off today. She's going to tell you what. Put your phone down.
I'm asking my sister to watch it though.
Okay. Hurry up. We're live.
No,
man.
you can continue why
Continue what? No, you're the one that's supposed to do this.
Okay, what I'm supposed to do.
So she's going to tell you what she learned about today first.
That's my
here.
sister.
Oh, hi, Samara.
I was trying to call you so you can watch the live. Anyway, it's my father with you. If he's tell him to watch as well. Bruno's here as well.
Bruna's supposed to be here, but she's sick. So hi, Bruna. All right, so tell Bruna what you learned today.
Bruna, what I learned today? I don't know.
Yes, you do.
Okay, my father.
Don't get distracted.
Okay, I learned about non-defining relative clauses and defining relative clauses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Non-defining. You have to speak clearly, enunciate.
Okay, I learned about non-defining and defining relative clauses.
Okay. And what's the difference between a non-defining and a defining relative clause?
In a non-defining relative clause, you have to use comma before the thing.
Before the clause.
Before the clause, and maybe after. We don't know because we don't know how you're using this shit.
Yeah, after.
Yeah, and after as well. And you need to use or, who, where, which, and whose.
Okay.
I don't know which one you have to use it. I don't know where.
So when do you use who?
When you're talking with a person or
talking not with a person, about a person.
We're talking about a place.
A place. When do you use whose?
When you talk about something possessive.
Possessive. And what was the last one? That? Is it that?
About a thing.
About a thing. Okay. How do you know when? How do you know if a clause is a defining relative clause instead of a non-defining relative clause?
A defining relative clause when you took like the middle? No. Like
the main part.
The main part of the phrase or the sentence. It doesn't make sense, or I think the person you're talking about, you don't know who the person is. So you need something to connect the two parts.
Okay, good. So for example, the example that we used was Jenny, who is my neighbor, had a baby. Was it had a baby?
No, she died.
No, wait, I changed it to died because it was easier. Let's not be cryptic though. Let's be. So Jenny, who is my neighbor, had a baby. Or the woman who is my neighbor had a baby. So if we take out who is my neighbor, we have Jenny had a baby, and we have the woman had a baby. So when we have the woman had a baby, we don't know who it is. So that is a defining relative clause. We need the woman who is my neighbor because it tells us who she is. Where in the non-defining relative clause, if we take out who is my neighbor, then we know that it's still Jenny who had a baby.
You don't need to specify who the
person is. Good, right. You don't need to specify. And so in a non-defining relative clause, we have extra information that isn't as important to the main information in the sentence. Yep. Okay, so let's get to questions and call out some people. So we said Samada's here, Bruna's here.
Hey, Bruna.
Double D's here. What's up, Double D? Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Tô bem, doisinha, gente. She's sick.
My sister starts English.
Whatever. Mandem beijo pra mim.
Beijo
para a Bruna.
Como assim, ele disse, não sou nem obrigado.
Tarantine's here.
Hey,
Victor's here.
I'm an alien, anyway.
CR
Manutenção
limitada. Hello, teacher. It's a pleasure to be here with you. It's good to have you. What's your name? Cefador, sinistro. Interesting. Querendo aprender happy. Happy as feliz. Hi, everyone. Valnei's here. I think it's Valnei's first time. Not much enjoying the live stream, David. Okay, so the next thing that I wanted you to talk about is your experience in, where did you go?
No, I didn't go. I went to New Zealand.
Okay, so she just got back from New Zealand during the,
It's been 2 months since I
it's been
got
2
back.
months, but I just got back like a year ago, so it's a lot sooner than I've got.
Sorry.
Than I've
Yes,
traveled.
I just got back from New Zealand.
Okay, so if you have any questions about going on an exchange to New Zealand, she's going to tell you a little bit about it now if you want to ask any other questions. So tell us about your experience, what happened from the beginning, how many hours was it flying?
Oh, it depends on the way. When I was going to New Zealand, I was like 23 hours.
Okay, get a little bit closer because we don't have a mic.
Wait, sorry. I had to go into like a 23 hours flight. And when I was coming back from New Zealand, it was a 21 hours flight.
21-hour flight.
Hour flight.
Yeah, because now you're talking about, it's an adjective when you go from 21 hours to 21-hour flight. So then you take away the plurals. Okay, so 23 and 21-hour flight. How long did you stay?
A month.
A month, okay. Yep. And you studied, how many hours per day did you study? Did you go sightseeing? How did that?
Yeah, I had, in the beginning, the 2 first weeks, I had classes from 9 to 1 to midday, kind of. And then
that's New Zealandish, British midday, because real people, I'm sorry, cool people, I mean, Americans say noon instead of midday, but midday's fine. Go ahead.
And we had lunch, and then at 1 p.m. I had to come back to the school so we can do like go back to the school so we can do activities and stuff. But in the 2 last week, I wasn't like the activities part of activities. And so I started to have class at the afternoon as well. So I had class from 9 p.m. until 3 p.m. 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Yeah,
okay.
That's.
And then what did you do from 3 p.m. till?
We usually went out with my friends.
Okay.
Yeah.
What kinds of things did you do with your friends there?
We walked through Queen Street. That's the main street of South Shore, Auckland. And we went to a lot
Auckland, right?
Auckland, yeah.
Okay.
And we went to a lot of beaches as well. Like they are a lot of beaches there. And we went like eat something, go bowling and stuff like that.
Went bowling, okay. So how many, what size is Auckland? How many people does?
Like 1 million people.
I
am not sure. Yeah.
Big city.
Yeah, it's the biggest city of New Zealand, but it's not in New Zealand, but it's not the capital one.
Okay. What's the capital?
I know. Wait.
I don't. So.
I don't. I do. It's not Queenstown. No, it's not Queenstown. That's.
Google it and get back to
us.
us.
No, I remember. Just continue to do it. I remember.
Okay, but I'm asking you questions. So
just continue asking my questions.
So you went there. How much would you say that your English improved in the month that you were there?
Oh, I think I became like much more secure about what I'm talking, and because I was really shy before, I guess, like in the beginning, I wasn't really sure how to talk to like my family and my friends, and I was like, okay.
You're talking about your family there, right?
Yeah, my host family, yeah.
Host family.
And I didn't really know how to talk to her, and so.
To her who?
My host family.
To them.
No, it was just her.
Her and who? Who was the her?
It's okay, just to Maggie.
Okay. So who is she? Is she with the host mom?
Oh, she was my host mom. I just had her.
Okay,
it was just
so
me.
It was just the host
yeah,
mom.
just a host mom. And I wasn't sure how to talk to her, but she said like I had a good level of English, and she really helped me out with stuff.
So what was that like? Tell us about what the experience was of having the host family there. What was different there than here in Brazil? What were some of the, for example, some of the foods that you had? Some of the, if you can remember any of the customs that were different.
They are really much more polite than we are, I guess, because like I had to take a bus so I could go to school, and every time we got on the bus, everyone's like, hi driver, good morning, and then when they left, it was like, oh, thank you driver, and stuff like that, and I find it really cool, and they are really polite. I like when they don't even touch when I was like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. I was like, okay, and the foods, they don't have spicy on the foods often.
So it's a little bland.
Yeah, it's just white people food.
White people food. Okay, so it's white people food. Okay, so what do we have? I'm Christian. Okay, good. Me too.
Good. I am not.
Okay, Josiana, boa noite, irmão em Cristo, paz do Senhor. Amém. Amém.
He's
Okay.
praying.
Yes. Okay. So what else can you tell us? So did you made friends? How many students from different countries were there studying with you?
On my class, I was in the upper advanced class, and I had a Swedish boy, and a Colombian girl, a Colombian boy. Colombian, yeah. And two Chinese. No, I'm not his daughter.
Thelma, this is one of my students. Her name's Liz. She's usually here with Bruna, who is sick tonight. She will probably be here next week. I think we're going to do a live stream at the end of next week's class in English with both girls. But we have class from 7:30 to 9:30 on Tuesdays. Okay, so go ahead. So Swiss, Colombian.
Swiss, Colombian, and two Chinese boy, a girl from Hong Kong, and Chinese, and two South Korean.
Two South Koreans. Okay, boys, girls.
Boys,
two boys
yeah.
from South Korea. Okay, and you made friends with the.
And a girl from Tahiti.
Tahiti. Okay,
yeah.
They don't speak English in Tahiti.
They speak French.
Really?
Yeah.
I had no idea. Never been to Tahiti.
Good. Neither did I.
Umberto, good evening. How are you? Hi. So, if you have any questions for Liz about her exchange to New Zealand, let us know. What about the weather? What was the weather like while you were there? Crazy?
Yeah, it's because they don't have like, oh, it's sunny today, the whole day is gonna be sunny. No, one time it's sunny and then it's raining like hell, and then it's like a lot of wind. It's really windy, and then it's just crazy. It's cold. So we had every time I went out of my house, I had to have a thick jacket, umbrella, and if I a thinner one, because if I had to take off the thicker one, I had to put the thinner one on, and I always had a backpack, so that's it.
So you always had to carry a backpack with you in case
the weather changed. Yeah.
Okay. Were you able to go swimming at all in the?
It was really
beach?
cold because it was winter time.
Okay.
So I couldn't really go. I could if I wanted to, but
if you were crazy, you could.
I didn't want to go.
Is the ocean there? Do you know? Did they tell you if it's warm or if it's cold or?
My host family, she's not from New Zealand. She's not Kiwi. She's from Scotland.
Okay.
And then she moved to Australia. Then she moved to New Zealand. But she told me that it was colder winter, but at summer it was really nice. The temperature of water. Yeah.
Okay. Because when we went in 2016, we took a group to LA and the water was cold.
Yeah.
But it was nice because it was 90 some degrees, so it was nice. Okay, good. Anything that you think if there's someone who wanted to go on an exchange to somewhere like New Zealand, what would
expensive as hell.
Okay, it's expensive, so save money.
Yeah.
What other advice would you get for someone who wants to
save money? Be open-minded, like for real. You're gonna meet a lot of people from different cultures, and like I met a lot of Muslims and people that are atheists and Christians, and there's a lot of crazy people, but there's also a lot of close-minded people. So. People there's like, oh, he's Maori. That's the people they're from there, like are Jews, and they're really like racist and homophobic. So we have to be a really open mind to travel abroad. I just think anywhere you go.
Okay, but especially with the Maoris and.
Yeah, they had a lot of. Yeah, there.
So did you see that with amongst the white Kiwis that you had contact with? Did you notice that they were?
When I was in the bus with a Taiwanese friend, he went back home with me because it was the same bus stop. So I was talking to him in English because he didn't know how to speak Portuguese. And a girl that was like a woman, I guess. She was in front of me on the bus. She was like, "Oh, you're from Brazil," and stuff like that. And then she didn't even look at my friend's face because he's Asian. And she was pretty like, "Oh, I'm not talking to him. He's Asian." That was weird. I found really weird because I didn't know that, but a lot of people are really like racist towards Asian people. I find that really weird.
Yeah, because being as close as they are to Asia, then it is they have a lot of influence.
Yeah.
A lot of Asian influence from especially Malaysia and those island countries. Okay. Very good. So, do we have any questions?
No, I'm not.
Did you go on a trip or to study English?
To study English.
So
And I did too.
So she did both, but I think it was more to study.
Yeah.
So she was there to study English, but she also took advantage of the time that she was there to travel and get to know, which is important. Aninha is here. Hello, Aninha. Boa noite. Aninha. Yes, go ahead. Okay, so if we don't have any more questions, if you have any questions after this, go ahead and put them down below in the comments after we stop this video, and we will take a look at them. I need to speak influential. Help.
Influential.
I think
You
she
need
needs
to
fluently.
Oh,
She needs to be
fluently.
fluent. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so this obviously our English, the English live streams that we do are obviously for advanced students because she's an advanced student. Thelma said she has not a pretty good English, she has pretty good English because English is uncountable. Did she start with you? No, she didn't. I'd like to be able to say that she did. When she came here, she already had very good English. Now it's better, but it was already very good when she came. Bruna, who usually has class with her, yeah, that's normal now.
Oh.
It's Bruna who has class with her. Basically started, she had a couple of years before, but she's done most of her English with us. And so actually I'll put a link up and above to the live stream that we all did at Bruna's house on my birthday. That was the first time that we did a live stream all together, and that was really fun. Umberto arrived too late today. Mason, hi Willie. Goo. I get so embarrassed trying to speak English in class. Yeah, that's normal. But like she said, an exchange is a very good way to be able to lose those inhibitions that you have about speaking around other people. Thanks for correcting me, Thelma, because when we have for, which is a preposition, anytime we have a verb after a preposition, then we use the gerund. So thanks for correcting me.
You can continue, and my father is not coming to pick me up.
Okay, so just a little story. It's a pleasure to see you again, Mason. Good. A little story about how you can remember that when we have a preposition that is followed by the gerund. When I first came to Brazil, I went with a friend of mine. We went we were in the street, and I saw a Nestle place, a little cart that was selling Nestle ice cream. And at the time, there was an ice cream that was made by Nestle that was called Sem Parar. Okay, so I saw this Sem Parar, and I looked at it, and the person who was with me asked, "What's wrong?" And I said, "Shouldn't it be sem parando?" Right? Why? Because in English, sem is without. Sem is a preposition. If we have a preposition followed by a verb, it should be ando, which would be in English. So I thought, ao invés de sem parar, instead of sem parar, I thought it should be sem parando, because that would be the rule in English. So it's just an example of somewhere where in English we go gerund, and in Portuguese it's the infinitive. So it's just simply different, and we just need to remember that. Hello, teacher. I'm Edu Alves. I belong to your What's Up group. Hi, Edu. How are you? Can I say thanks to correct me? No, you can't. Actually, Thelma, you can say, you can only say thanks for correcting me, or you can say, what can you say? There's thanks.
Thanks, mate.
Yeah, you can just say thanks. Yeah. No, because you need to say thanks for correcting. You can't say thanks to, because if you say thanks to, it means you're giving thanks to what comes after. So, for example, thanks to God, or something. We say thank God, but if you were to say thanks to something, then it gives the idea that the thanks is going, because to is the preposition that we use for movement. I hope you have a top-notch live indeed. Thanks. Thanks, Edu. I hope we do too. Thanks for teaching us. That's a good use. I'm Humberto. Very good. Thanks for teaching us. Very good. Thelma's got it. All right. Nicely done.
That's good.
Unfortunately, my connection is not working properly right now. I hate that freezing again. Yes, I hate the freezing too. I hate it when my dad tries to call too.
Yeah, that's not good.
So I think what I might do with my dad, I was thinking, because I have, God bless us or good bless us.
Good bless us.
It says good bless us. I think it means God bless us. Como eu gostaria de entender tudo isso, professor? You will. One day
Tu
you
vai,
will.
um dia a gente vai entender juntas.
Yes. A gente vai, a gente foi.
Eu que falo português, tu pode ficar quietinho, sabe?
All right. Anything else? Any other questions for Liz? Liz, anything you want to say about what was the hardest? Yeah, I'm single.
What?
Hmm?
What?
What was the hardest part about your exchange?
I think in the beginning, being by myself was pretty hard. You know, I was doing everything by myself. I had to buy my stuff alone. I was really independent. I don't know.
Independent?
Independent.
Mhm.
But after like a week, I think was like the greatest thing ever because I had to do all by myself, and I
Okay.
was pretty better. I think by myself. I was
a lot better.
I was a lot better,
Mhm.
and I was like more free. I don't know.
Okay, good.
I had freedom.
Okay, so would you say that was the hardest part and also the best part?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, very good.
I learned how to handle myself, my stuff.
If there was one thing that you would say to everyone, okay, if you're going to New Zealand, watch out for this, what would it be?
Watch out for what do you say? Because they are pretty tough on American English.
Okay.
Because I was saying something and about like I don't know. I was writing a paper and I had to put color and I wrote like COLOUR and my teacher wrote that's wrong.
No, OU is how they spell it.
No, yeah,
COR.
OR.
Yeah.
And he was like, "That's wrong," and I was like, "That's how I learned. You learned wrong. That's not how you spell it." And I was like, "Okay." And they are pretty tough. They mock a lot of Americans. Like, "Oh my gosh, you guys, that's so fun," and that's so. I don't know. I don't have anything you say you don't have to do because I really like New Zealand because they're like I think there is a nice country to go because they have a lot of people from another country. So I think this make them like
more open
towards another cultures.
Okay. Okay, so her dad got here.
I don't
So
know.
we're going to end now. Thanks for being here. If you'd like to see more live streams like this, remember every Monday at 9. Also, every day this week, I'll be doing a live stream right around 9 o'clock. So if you'd like to participate, come back. Tomorrow will be in Portuguese. So come back and say hi, and we will chat some more. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being part of today's live stream. Until next time, keep studying. We'll see you.